runners, welcome to the next class in the Runner's Body series. Today we are going to be talking about the side bodies. We talked a little bit about this last week when we were talking about the core. Certainly the obliques are a part of the side body, but this class is going to be focused a little bit more on stretching and finding space through the side body, so that way our breath can be more expansive. A little bit of core work in this class as well, but not quite as intense as last week. So we'll hop onto our mat. We're going to get started in a child's pose. So take a few moments to come on your mat and get comfortable. The knees can come out nice and wide here as the big toes come to touch. And you start to sit the sit bones down towards the heels. You might start to lower the forehead down to the mat or to a pillow or a blanket or a block if the ground is feeling far away. And start to settle into your breath here. Take a few full, deep rounds of breath. And take 3 more full, deep inhale breaths into the lungs. With your next inhale breath, slightly press into the hands as you lift the head, the chest, the forehead a little bit. Start to walk the hands over to the left side of your mat. And go ahead and start to lower the head and the chest back down. You might bring that right hand on top of the left and deepen in the stretch through the right side of the body. And as you do that, keep pressing that right heel or right sit bone back towards the right heel. As you take your deep inhale breath in here, feel the rib cage start to expand. Feel the lungs take up space as they fill up with air. And exhale that all back out. 2 more deep rounds of breath here. Inhale, breath slowly, come back in through center. And then exhale, take the hands over to the other side. Allow the head and the chest to lower back down. Again, option for that left hand to come on top of the right. As the heart and chest come down, forehead comes back down to the mat. Keep moving that left sit bone back towards the heel. Really deepen that stretch through the left side of the body. Take a deep inhale, breath. Exhale, side out. One more breath. With your next inhale, slowly bring it back in through center. Take 1 more full round of breath in your child's pose. Maybe the fingertips walk out a tiny bit farther. With your next inhale, press into the hands. Slowly start to rise up to your tabletop pose. The knees will come underneath the hips here. And you'll start to make some gentle movement, organic movement here on your own. Maybe that's swaying the hips from side to side. Maybe that's finding your cat and cow. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the heart and the chest. Maybe that's curling the tailbone under, bringing the chin in towards the chest as you round through the upper back. With your next inhale breath, come back in through center, shoulders stacking over those wrists, hips over the knees. Inhale breath, extend the right foot out long. Press out through the right heel, really lengthen through that right leg. And imagine that length traveling all the way from the heel up to the armpit as the crown of the head reaches forward. Take one more deep inhale breath here. And then exhale, start to lower the right heel down towards the ground. We're going to drop the pinky edge side of the foot down towards the back of the mat. That left leg will start to spin out off of the mat, so you're pivoting on the knee. That left shin bone is parallel to the back of your mat, even as that ankle is coming off of the mat. Left hand is still planted underneath the shoulders. As you inhale, start to peel the right fingertips up and open towards the sky. You're in a modified side angle pose here. Right, really rooting down to the pinky edge side of that right foot. Right fingertips reaching up towards the sky, pressing down through the four corners of that left hand. And taking a deep inhale breath into that right side body. With your next inhale, start to sweep the fingers all the way over the ear. So right fingertips are reaching towards the top of your mat. The bicep is over the ear. As you do that, take a deep inhale breath. Feel the length on that right side body. With your next inhale breath, option to lift that right foot. Press out through the right heel as you reach the right fingertips forward. Again, still finding that deep, deep, strong length. With an exhale breath, bring that elbow and knee towards one another. Inhale breath, extend it out long. Exhale, elbow to knee, come together. Inhale breath, extend out long. One more time. Inhale breath, extend. That right foot will lower back down to the mat. Right hand comes back down to the mat. Come up onto the ball of the right toes. As you inhale, send that left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Maybe you take a moment to bend the knee, open the hip, or make circles with the hip here. As you do that, you're pressing into the hands, feeling the side bodies lengthen. With your next inhale breath, bring that left knee in through center. Exhale, slowly step that left foot forward in between the hands. Go ahead and lower the right foot down. As you inhale breath, rise the arms up overhead for your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. You might take a moment here, making sure that left knee is stacking over the left ankle. You might start to sink down into the hips as that belly button draws in and up towards the spine. You're rising up out of the waist, nice long side body here. With your next inhale, that left hand comes to the right wrist as you start to side bend over to the left side of the mat. Deep stretch through that right side body. And still feeling that deep stretch across the front of the hip. With an exhale, we'll start to lean the torso towards that left leg. That left hand is pulling the right hand up towards the top left corner of the mat. Deep stretch through the lower right side of the back. Through that lower side body. Exhale, slowly release the hands to frame that left foot. We'll curl up on the right toes, lift the right knee. And take a moment to pause there, and then pressing down into both hands. That left foot steps back to meet the right. As we shift to right hand, right foot, side plank. Option to keep that left foot in front of the right, or step that left foot forward for a kickstand. As you do that, left fingertips will reach up towards the sky. Really start to lift the hips. Breathe in through that left side body. And the exhale breath, left hand lowers back down. Lower all the way down to the knees. And then lower all the way down to the belly. Hands are framing the chest. Tops of the feet root down. As you inhale breath, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders, baby cobra. And the exhale breath to lower. Inhale, rise up to tabletop pose. Exhale, child's pose. 3 full deep rounds of breath. Notice how your breath feels here. Notice how those inhale breaths feel coming in through the side body. With an inhale breath, slowly rise back up to that tabletop pose. Take a few rounds of breath here. Find that cat and cow. Find that movement that feels good to you. With your next inhale breath, come in through center, root down through the 4 corners of the hands. As you inhale breath, extend that left heel out long. Press out through that left heel, lengthen that left leg. Feel that length start from the side body all the way down to the heel. Take one more deep inhale breath. Exhale, lower the toes down, drop the heel. Pinky edge side of the foot connects to the mat. As you start to spin on that right knee, sending that right ankle off the right side of your mat. Right hand is staying right underneath right shoulder. As you start to peel the left fingertips up and open towards the sky. Start to ground down through the pinky edge side of that left foot. Really root down through the left hand. Take a full deep round of breath here in this modified side plank pose. With your next inhale, start to sweep the left arm over the left ear. Fingertips reach towards the top of the mat. As you do that, notice if the chest is rounding in. Start to lean back, open the heart and the chest here. Inhale, breath, maybe that left leg lifts, pressing out through the heel. Take a deep inhale breath. Exhale. On your next inhale, prepare. Exhale, knee comes to elbow. Inhale, breath, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. One more. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. That left arm spins down to the mat. Left foot comes down to the mat. Toes curl under as you sweep that right leg up and back. 3-legged down dog. Take a moment to bend the knee, open the hip, make any movement here on this side that feels good. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring that right knee in through center. Exhale, step that right foot forward in between the hands. Go ahead and lower that left knee down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, breath, rise up to your low lunge. Take a moment to settle in. Adjust your stance if you need to. That right knee comes to stack over the right ankle. Belly button draws in and up towards the spine as you rise up out of the hips, even as they sink down. With your next inhale, that right hand comes to left wrist and starts to side bend you over to the right. Deep stretch through that left side of the body. With an exhale, slowly start to reach that left hand towards the top left corner of the mat. You might fold over that right thigh a little bit more. Deeper stretch through the lower back, through the lower side of the body. Exhale, breath, slowly lower the hands to frame the left foot. Curl the toes under, lift the left knee as you step back to your high plank pose. This time shifting to left hand, left foot. Left hand is under left shoulder, right foot is forward. Option to stay there or bring that right foot forward for a kickstand. Inhale, right fingertips reach up towards the sky. Hips lifting up towards the sky. 2 deep rounds of breath. Exhale, breath. Lower the right hand back down. Step back to your high plank pose. Lower the knees. Lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, breath. Find your baby cobra, lifting the head, chest, shoulders. Exhale to lower. Inhale, breath. Press up to your tabletop pose. Exhale, child's pose. 3 full deep rounds of breath. Then your next inhale, breath, slowly rise up to that tabletop pose. Sweep the legs out to one side, come to find a seat. As you extend the legs out long. As you come into that seat, get nice and comfortable on the sit bones, and then start to take the legs out a little bit wider. So maybe they come out pretty wide off of your mat. You might take a moment to explore just how wide feels comfortable for you. Some people prefer a little bit more narrow. Some people prefer a little bit wider. Take a moment to maybe bring the fingertips to the outside of the hips. As you press down into the fingertips, feel the spine lengthen. As the spine lengthens, feel the side bodies lengthen as well. Feet are nice and flexed, as if you can stand on the legs. Now with your next inhale, start to turn towards that left leg. Fingertips are going to frame the left leg as you slowly start to walk the hands out towards the left knee, towards the shin, towards the ankle, or maybe towards the foot. Notice what it feels like to have that right leg out extended right now. Keep pressing out through the left heel. Keep that heart and chest moving forward towards the toes. Notice the sensation that's happening in the back of the left leg and the hamstring on that sit bone. But then also bring your awareness into the back body. Notice what might be happening in the lower back, the side bodies by the lower half of the body. Notice what your breath feels like. Inhale, breath, slowly rise up from that. Start to bring the chest back through center. We'll bend the right knee, bring that right sole of the foot back in towards that left thigh. So the right sole of the foot is coming in towards the left inner thigh. With your next inhale breath, we'll sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, take a twist over towards that right leg. Left hand coming to the knee or to the thigh. Right fingertips coming back behind you. As the fingertips come back behind you, press into the fingertips. Again, find that length in the spine. Find that length through the right side body as the crown of the head lifts. And maybe you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Keep that left sole of the foot nice and flexed. And then keeping that left hand on the right thigh, slowly start to get light in the right fingertips. Sweep that right arm all the way up overhead. Notice what you're feeling on that right side body, and then start to side bend over towards the left toes. Right fingertips start to reach towards the left toes. They probably won't come anywhere close to the toes unless you are super open and flexible on that right side body. But keep drawing the fingertips towards the toes as if they could connect. Keep rooting that right leg down into the mat. And take 3 full deep rounds of breath. Inhale, breath, slowly rise up. This time, turn the heart and the chest towards that left leg. Find that forward fold one more time. Inhale, breath, slowly rise up. Shoulders stacking over hips. Go ahead and extend that right leg back out long. Take a moment to notice how you're feeling on right and left side of the body. Fingertips might come to frame the hips again. So you press into the fingertips. Find that length. And then exhale. Slowly start to bring the fingertips to frame the right leg as you forward fold over the right leg. Belly might come towards thigh. Fingertips might frame the knee to start, then move down towards the shin bone, towards the ankle, maybe towards the foot. Keep that heart and chest pulling forward towards the toes. Keep rooting down through both sit bones. And inhale, breath, slowly rise up. Frame the chest forward. We'll go ahead and bend the left knee, bringing the sole of the left foot in towards the inner thigh. Inhale, breath, arms sweep all the way up overhead. Exhale, take the twist over to the left. Right hand comes to left thigh. Left fingertips come back behind you. As you do that, press into the left fingertips. Feel the crown of the head reach up nice and tall. Feel that twist through the side bodies. Maybe gaze extends back. Keeping that right hand on that left thigh, slowly start to reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Feel that length on the left side of the body as you start to side bend over towards those right toes. Left fingertips moving towards the toes. Keep that left leg rooting down into the mat here. Take 3 full deep rounds of breath into that side body. Inhale, breath, slowly rise up. This time turning that heart and chest towards that right leg. Forward fold. One last time. Inhale, breath, slowly rise up. This time extend both legs out straight in front of you as you come to lie down on the back, bringing knees into the chest. You might take a moment to gently rock from side to side on the low back. Maybe you allow both legs to fall over to one side as you find a momentary twist, really bringing that awareness into the outer hip area as it meets into the low side body. Maybe you come back through center and fall over to the opposite side. Noticing again how that feels in the lower side body. Maybe you do that a few more times on your own. And then your next inhale, breath coming through center. Slowly extend the right leg out long. And then the left. As you come into your Shavasana, allow the toes to roll out. Allow the palms to face up by your sides. As you settle back into your breath and into all of the movement that you found today. Feel free to pause this video and stay in Shavasana as long as would feel good to you for as much time as you have available to just be here on your mat. When you feel ready, start to bring some movement into the fingers and the toes. Maybe the wrists and the ankles, or maybe both arms sweep all the way overhead for a full body stretch. Again, feeling into that length of the side bodies, that space for the breath. When you're ready, come to find a seat at the top of your mat. Once you arrive in your seat, take a moment to root down through those sit bones. Bring hands into heart center. Lift the heart and the chest up towards those thumbs. Take a deep inhale breath. And exhale, sigh it out. Take a moment of gratitude for carving out this time to step onto your mat, to move and to breathe and to open up the side bodies, to allow for deeper breath, for more space in the lungs. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'll see you again soon.